So we just checked our fish tank water, and they have a master kit at this fish tank place. We go to a mom and pop shop, not the, like, you know, the big name store. We've been there before, but we didn't get very much help, and they're just wanting to sell you stuff. Well, these people actually care about the fish, so they don't want to sell you something if your tank is not ready. So I cycled my tank for about a month and a half without fish, and I put bacteria in it. It's like API, quick start bacteria. The nitrate's going up, which is good. It shows that I have good bacteria and plants in there, you know, helping get rid of ammonia. But my ammonia is about halfway, and it should be 0 when I get new fish. So she's not recommending that I get fish yet until the ammonia goes all the way down to where it's like the highest, and then my nitrates go up to where it's in the middle ground, and then it'll come, like she said, it's going to go all the way down to the bottom color, and right now it's in the middle of the ammonia. So while that's not good for fish, my fish have acclimated to that, which is really good, and they should be fine. It'll go all the way down, get worse in ammonia, but it will grow more nitrates, which is good. And then the ammonia will go up to 0 again, and then my nitrates, I think it's nitrogen, the nitrogen cycle, it'll go to halfway and it'll stay there, and my ammonia will be at 0, and that's when we can get new fish. So it's going to be like 2, probably 3 more weeks, but we'll come back and we'll test the water again, and if it's good, then we will get more fish. And they have catfish in there, and they're awesome schooling fish. They look really neat, and they're only $2.99. Get a bunch of schooling fish. So yeah, we're gonna wait. They're doing good, so we're just gonna let them go and take care of the tank themselves. They pee and poop, and the plants will absorb and give oxygen and the nitrogen cycle, and it'll be good, right? So we'll pick out fish later, but they got to see the fish, and they have a nice huge dog in here, like a big poodle that was taller than Abigail.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. It would have been if it were standing up. Also, the cat hissed at the fish this morning.
Yeah, Kitty.
If only you could hear it.
Yeah, Kitty was like, why do you have this in your house? This is not supposed to be in the house.
It's at the fish.
But we're done for today. We're gonna go home now.
Why is this fake?
Alright, so we have some curtains to take down. Andrea doesn't want these anymore. So all the silver curtains are going to come down, and then I think her corner comes down too. We've had these since Israel. They cast light in the way we don't like. I think that's basically it. And it doesn't look the best. You know, they kind of wrinkly, and it's good for what we used to do. It's really good. I think our intro, our first big intro was filmed with them. Yeah, it's when they were brand new. Back in 2014, I believe. Back in a lot, you know, a long time ago. So it's time to get something new. So I'm gonna take these down real quick. A wild kitty appeared. Since we got something to do, as soon as we got something to do, or the camera is on or something's happening, kitty's on the go. We gotta move on, move around. She's everywhere. Okay, kitty. Now if you can be quiet for just a moment. So this is what it looks like next to my corner. And we do have, you know, everything everywhere currently. But it's just a lot of different... So when you're... Let me think about this. When you're trying to create a space with lighting, and especially if you're filming, right? To the naked eye, it doesn't really matter. When you're creating a space... and you have certain lights, and we chose to have specific lights for this space because it's large. The curtains put a shade, a tint even, almost a tint. And so does the couch, and so does everything in the room. So the camera, or our eyes, they have to compensate for how that looks. So, you know, outside of how the camera would film anyway, like quality, you know, picture quality, colors, auto white balance. Everything is, you know, compensating for what we have in the room. The silver doesn't work really well with the couch. Even if we didn't have the couch, the way that the light is cast onto the curtains and comes to the camera or our eyes is just not great. And hopefully Kitty here doesn't get offended because she's the same color. Same color, Kitty. Is that right, Kitty? You listening? Yeah, and that over there is some more LED lighting and things we have to figure out how we are going to put up. The couch is getting projected as well. Yeah, project being done to the couch. Alright, it's time to get to work. Just gonna gather all of this and unlock this way and light it. You can see probably a little change in my color just because of my background. And of course the background doesn't look good either because now the camera recognizes my face and is trying to compensate again for all the things there's around me, trying to make my color look true to how we configured it. Now it looks worse, but I don't know which color she's gonna get or which texture. It all matters, honestly. But also you can tell that we constantly check the colors of our camera through software as well, just to be precise. So to us it really matters. Okay, alright. Fixing this up a little bit. Yep. It's definitely, you can tell the difference. At least I can. But it would probably look better with the new curtains. Less cluttered, you know, more organized. And just better color, hopefully. It is very hard to get a good color out of the outside while we're inside because we have so much shade and so many trees and, you know, there are so many colors out here. But the ideal would be that everything is covered without getting cluttered with a single, more white-ish, I guess, curtain set. So I don't know if we're gonna do this as well. That right there is not white. That on the bottom left, that right there, that's white. That's a cover, and that's a cover for a couch. So for the camera to differentiate between the colors, this couch has to be covered completely, as well as the curtains. Now I know that's a lot of explaining. I spend a lot of time explaining all this, but it is very important. It's a very important detail. One of the things that we do to mitigate all the different colors is this. It's a backlight panel that goes on top of a camera. So you can see that's our camera right there. And that is a backlight panel right there as well. So that helps put a lot of white on there.
It is dark in here. I love the color of this drop cloth. I am going to make it like more permanent and a better fit because I'm going to be cutting and stapling it. But I really do like it compared to what we did have. And it was a lot cheaper than $2,000 or $3,000 couch. So Grandma, she brought over some of her green onions that she grew. So I'm having omelet. The kids are having omelet. Abigail doesn't really like salad, so I didn't bore her with that. But I made a salad for me and Raphael. And I'm gonna have an omelet and salad tonight. Get back to my roots. This is a gold dinner because eggs are still really expensive. They've gone down a little bit recently, but they're still really expensive. Even the generic ones, you know, that aren't special, the non-organic generic. That used to be 63 cents at Aldi, limit 6. And now they're, when they went up to $4, I was like, what's going on? Because last week they were literally 63 cents. And then the next week they were $4 and something, and I was like, I'm not buying that. And then they went up even higher than that. My mom is getting like 18 of them for $8 right now. Still pretty high. So in my salad, we have, it's quite amazing, but the goat cheese, $2. Much cheaper than eggs. Goat cheese much cheaper than eggs. Since when? Goat cheese, some yellow mild cheddar cheese, and ranch dressing. And lettuce, of course. And for my drink, I have Propel, always Propel electrolyte water for EDS. It is a necessity. It's what several of my doctors said, not just one, and they had nothing to do with each other, so that was good to know. Need electrolyte water, and this is a sugar-free water. For some reason we just need more salts. I think it's because of POTS, but now you know.
We had an issue where we bought a UPS, an uninterruptible power supply, and it broke down on us. And then we bought 2 of them because they're small and they're for 2 different workstations. Both of them went dead similar way. The battery just completely stopped working. So, and I think they only provided power like 1 or 2 times. You know, when you have a power out and then it kicks in about 1 or 2 times. So it shouldn't have drained. It's a model that no longer exists precisely, but they're still selling it. Now it's a good company, APC, and why I call it a good company is because we've had this UPS model for a good 2 years, 3 years almost, and it's worked perfectly fine on different stations. But now, because we got rid of our 2 other little stations, I had to buy another one of these to combine the kids' computers together for this UPS. So we get a lot of brownouts and a lot of blackouts too. And when that happens, our main goal is to keep everybody online, mainly so our computers don't die, so they don't get that surge or shock and they go dead. Very common, has happened to us in Israel. We don't like that. So we have our internet, our router, modem. Me and Andrea both have our computers connected. TV used to be connected, but now is no longer the case. We're gonna have the kids with the new UPS as well. So everybody stays online for schoolwork, because on a rainy day it's gonna go out 3-4 times that day. In those 2 hours, you'll hear all the UPSs clicking, and you'll hear the power, you know, see the power go out. We just recently bought another one of the successful models we've had success with. A lot of people complain about all UPSs. There's not, I don't think, a single UPS in the world that has not been complained about. Catches on fire, burns things down, doesn't work, rings a bell, you know, the chime bell, whatever, alarm, bad stuff. So all it is we get it like this, the power cable. This specifically has ports for our internet, so we do use this for our internet, and this means that we can use this anywhere we want. Internet will always stay connected. It comes with this many ports, and we have one whole line of battery plus surge protection and an extra one up top here. We're going to have 4 ports that are only surge protection, and then the 6 ports which are battery and surge. Just make sure whatever your application is, if you ever get one of these or something similar, that you don't over wattage basically is what can cause a lot of problems, right? So you don't want to have like a small one with 4 computers on it, or you don't want to have this big one with the entire house on it. You want to kind of split them up. And it's kind of unfortunate since we're like a small business but not big enough to have a necessity for a large one. So this is as large as we'll go. I think it's 1500 rated. Okay, just making sure it's done correctly, and this is it. One-handed. Okay, and then there's a slotted rail here that you can insert it to, or should insert it to, and then click it goes. Now I'm going to take this thing off, and I'm going to connect both of their computers to this machine. Again, I'm not trying to review the product, like I'm not sponsored by this or anything. I just want to see how it does compared to our other ones that are identical. We bought this with confidence it's going to work because the other ones have, but I'll have to update because who knows. However, I will say that we are constantly using the power in this room forever. Like we have not stopped using power in this room for these 3 years. The only exception is when we had like an 8-hour outage, complete outage, and the whole neighborhood was offline, and we don't run a generator. We're not that prepared. But for day to day, this is certainly doable. We love it. Keeps our business running.
Kitty, 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 get it, get it, kitty, kitty, go get it, kitty, get the squirrel, kitty, kitty, you're our squirrel savior, kitty, 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 meow, 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 get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, kitty. Oh, leaves falling. Kitty, this is intense. Kitty, kitty, get it. She's watching Squirrel TV. They got a marathon going on. Kitty, kitty. Kitty.
He's not gone either. He's just
Kitty.
chilling.
What's the squirrel doing? Kitty. We got up-to-date news on this squirrel.
Tell her to get it now. Tell her.
Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty. Kitty. Kitty, kitty. 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 Kitty, save us. Kitty, save us from the squirrel, kitty. Kitty. That squirrel's making fun of you, kitty.
Truly.
You better go get it. You just
He's gone now.
flipping his tail at you, looking at. That squirrel's literally dancing on the fence post. Kitty, kitty, get it. Get it.
Come on, kitty, get it.
Oh, I think he jumped off by now. He goes past her, but yeah, he jumped up onto the tree.
That's unlucky.
He is making fun of you, kitty. You gonna let him do that to you? He's like, look at my tail. Look, he's up in the tree. Look at my tail. Look.
Oh, he's on a branch.
He's gonna take his yeah, he's up there. Up. Oh, you see him?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna take his nut to his tree house.
He does have a treehouse right there.
Yeah. Kitty, is there another one? Man, what a tray. That'll kill you if it falls on you, by the way. And they do fall a lot.
It's like a playground for squirrels, though.
Oh, yeah. That
See
whole
ya.
area.
Peace out, squirrel.
Peace out, squirrel.
You aren't subscribed yet?
Please subscribe and like.
Comment and share. Fully-Living.
Wow. Listen.
That's massive. That's very large.
Oh,
Scared it away.
run away. That wasn't me.
I heart trees.